And now, for something completely different.
Darling, I think I can hear something on our channel. Something strange, like a man singing.
I think I can hear him too. And he sings really badly. Coming soon, a totally demented video on Christianity, capitalism, and the New Age.
Ah! Now I recognise him! What's he doing here again?
My name is Roger Starbuck, and today I'm going to show you how to achieve wealth, health, and humourous consciousness, all for the low, low price of $99 a month. You won't want to miss this one. Kim, I think it's okay. It's okay. I'll deal with this now. I suspect there's some method to this madness. Indeed, there is a method. I call it the Starbuck method. It's my own unique system to align your chakras with the stars, plug into the Pleiades, and achieve the next stage of your soul's evolutionary journey. Along the way, you'll learn how to unlock all your hidden powers and potentials. But hurry, this is a limited, one-time offer only of $99 a month, so make sure you snag it now. Thanks, I'll pass. You're lost, man. I think I'll take my chances with that. Look, we need to be clear here. Just who the heck are you? I told you, I'm Roger Starbuck. I'm everything you could have been if you'd only kept yourself plugged into Aquarius and not joined that medieval relic, that medieval church from the age of Pisces. You're saying you're me? That somewhere in the past we split apart? That's right. We bifurcated, baby! Our road totally forked. It's a weird universe where weird stuff happens every day. I told you this was demented. However, my upcoming video still has serious things to say about the choices we make. In my case, about the choice between Christianity and California dreaming. I'd rather go to church, which, by the way, doesn't cost anyone anything. That Valentin Tomberg guy really did a number on your head, man. Well, I'd say my heart, actually. Tomberg, yes. Ireland also. Definitely Ireland. They both of them, pointed me to the church, his church. Ireland, that place is so stuck in the mud, man. At least it used to be. If only you just headed back to California. California. Well, after leaving Findhorn, you stayed in stuck old Europe. I needed something more universal, more holistic. So I went back to California. It's our home state, after all, where we started out. I was born there, 62 years ago, in Los Angeles. I'm still not quite sure about you, though. I am you, you are me. We're all one. No separation, no division. I just needed to get back to where we once belonged. I believe the money may be a bit better there too. Nothing wrong with that, man. It's a dynamic, thriving place where anything and everything is possible, where people have long gone to find their dreams. Yes, I know. The feverish California gold rush of the 19th century, with a feverish dream of getting rich quickly, or the Hollywood dream factory. You know, Silicon Valley. It's like there's this strange illusion, this strange allure these alluring illusions to the place that tempt people with power and glamour, that almost, if I'm honest, strikes me as luciferic temptations to dreams and illusions. There's something very, very odd to this place where I was born. We were born. I just needed to capitalize on the unique earth energies there, bubbling up with power, potential, and prosperity. That's what you need, dude. Prosperity consciousness. Not this poverty stuff. But you wanted to be stuck in old Europe. There has to be more to it than this. I'm sorry, I just don't see how I could turn into you just by going back to California. Something must have happened to you there. Let's just say I experienced radical transformation at some of the major PowerPoints there. I started off at the Meditation Mount in Ojai. Then I went to Esalen, San Francisco. Finally, one night, I climbed Mount Shasta. When I got to the top, I was hit by a meteorite. But there is even more to this mix. So the old Roger Buck died in an acid trip on Mount Shasta. Nothing in the universal, eternal now ever dies. I suppose that's meant to mean something. Death, of course, is only an illusion. You want to know that, man? In the quintessential essence of the eternal nowness of the universal mind, there is only radical, ongoing transformation and the expansion of consciousness. I didn't die. I was like a caterpillar in a chrysalis. In went the old Roger Buck. Out came Roger Starbuck of the Pleiadian Command. Just what on earth is the Pleiadian Command? That's for me to know and you to find out. Dig it, baby! Is the New Age movement as universal as it claims to be? You just keep talking about things like universal consciousness or universal spirituality. Universalism is definitely where it's at now, dude. This is the age of Aquarius, not Pisces. I'm a universalist. I respect all religions, all faiths. Not like some people. But how does Christianity fit into this? Oh man, I'm into the Christ consciousness. Jesus was cool, man. One of the great spiritual teachers, to be sure. I just don't see the point of stringing the poor dude up on a cross. Praying to a piece of wood? All that junk went out with Pisces. I'm sorry, what you're talking about is not universal. It's actually highly, highly particular. Particular? Particular. And owing much indeed to a highly specific form of Eastern esotericism called theosophy, which was spearheaded in America by the likes of Helena P. Blavatsky and Alice Bailey. This theosophy has been explored in long episodes on this channel, such as the occult replacement of Christianity and the New Age, Eastern, esoteric, and Anglo-American. I also have much shorter, more succinct videos on these issues. For instance, this one, How the New Age Cancels Christ. However, my real point is that so-called New Age universalism carries a very particular, even peculiar, flavor. It may claim to be inclusive, but it hardly includes things like this. You know, there's a joy in confessing with relief that one is really very broken. It takes a lot of effort to go around all the time lying to oneself, pretending that one isn't fallen. And I'm afraid that's what so much of the New Age seems to be about, denying our fallenness. Oh man, dude, you're so negative. How do you live with all that heaviosity? I've told you, friend, the sacraments. Only through the sacraments. Well, these sacraments, whatever they are, belong to the past. I mean, they've got to be tied to something, don't they? Tied to an institution, tied to a hierarchy, tied to a centralized, patriarchal system. It's time we moved beyond all that now, isn't it? I mean, all this stuff about sin is a means to control you. The church just wants to control you. Maybe these sacraments are just a means to control your mind. It's time to set your mind free. So you've been told again and again and again by the modern secular and capitalist media. You know, the capitalist world actually likes the New Age because it turns, or tries to turn, spirituality into a business. But Ireland, Catholic Ireland, was once free from this propaganda. It takes humility to know you need the sacraments. And if I'm honest, humility isn't always something you see too much in the New Age culture. That's something I've really seen in Ireland. There's something very humble about the Irish, even now. Really very deeply moving and humble about the Irish. All these centuries of the sacraments have left their mark. And if I could just venture my personal opinion here, you know, I don't think the Irish were cut out to be great capitalists. You know, they weren't cut out to create capitalistic empires like Hollywood or Silicon Valley or the City of London or Wall Street. You know, maybe they weren't cut out for prosperity consciousness. But they had something far more moving, at least to me. They had humility, they had striving, and the Irish may not have produced great capitalists, great tycoons, but they produced great saints. That's their contribution to the world. You, bro, do go on a bit. On and on and on. You're right. Maybe I do a bit. But it cuts both ways, doesn't it? If you're what I might have been if I'd dropped acid in California, then I'm what you might have been if you'd come to Ireland and had the sacraments. But the Catholic sacraments are hardly included in the supposedly inclusive and all-embracing nature of New Age spirituality. But if I might go on just a bit longer. Sure, let it all hang out, baby! I'm not sure I could stop you anyway. I do believe that I need to speak. I need to write. I need to speak about what I see. It's like, you friend I know, you believe that we're all headed onwards and upwards in a sort of natural, evolutionary spirituality. I'm sorry, I don't share your vision anymore. In fact, I'm very concerned about the danger in the world situation, a danger of us going down. It's this kind of hyper-capitalism we have now, above all in the Anglosphere, the Anglo-American world. It's not just crushing the poor. I think it's in danger of murdering our souls. I think that people are beginning to go mad. Young people are beginning to go mad with the hyper-intense pace of life, with this communications technology, with the kind of expectations of modern capitalism. I think more and more people are beginning to lose their sanity. And by providence, I came to Ireland and I saw something so different here. Ireland was once so different from the rest of the Anglo-American world. And I think there's a need to strive for that again. Ireland wasn't meant to be part of this Anglo-American capitalist culture. It has something else to offer to the world. And even though I'm not Irish, I somehow need to speak about that. That God in his providence brought me to Ireland, to see something different, to see something that, I could never have seen in California, or I could never have seen in England. Coming soon, a long, strange episode about, yes, these Irish themes, but also about problems now faced by the entire West as Christianity is increasingly eclipsed by capitalism, secularism, and a peculiar new spirituality, which is both Eastern and American at one and the same time. And after you take my first course and hit the Pleiades, you can take my second course and go extra galactic.